Cash and equity compensation overview. Probably the most essential element of the job offer is compensation. Let's discuss some compensation basics so you can analyze this part of your offer. Here are the learning outcomes for this video. By the end of the video, you should 1. Understand the 3 main types of cash compensation. 2. Understand differences between the types. 3. Realize that some types of compensation might be overlooked. 4. Understand what equity compensation is. And 5. Understand the importance of knowing when you get paid. Let's get started. 2 quick notes to start. First, there's an entire universe of compensation options out there, and these options can be structured differently. So I'm just going to cover the basics since we can't cover everything. Second, it's important to evaluate compensation together with benefits because benefits also have a cash value. We'll discuss benefits in later videos. Let's start by discussing cash compensation in the offer. This type of compensation is exactly what it sounds like. It's cash paid to you by the employer. There are 3 main types of cash compensation: fixed pay, incentive pay, and non-recurring pay. Fixed pay can be either in the form of a salary or wages. This pay is fixed because it doesn't typically change during the year. Let's talk through some examples. Most salaried employees work at their salary amount for an entire year, and then this salary might be adjusted for the following year based on the results of a performance review. Wage-based employees earn their fixed wage rate for the number of hours they work. Wage-based employees might receive an increase to their hourly wage rate based on performance or achieving certain milestones. A note here: salaried employees are not typically eligible to receive overtime pay, whereas wage-based employees typically are eligible. Incentive pay is used to motivate employees by rewarding high performance with additional cash. Incentive pay typically rewards a combination of high performance by both the employee and by the company. Examples of incentive pay are bonuses and commissions. Let's take a moment to differentiate fixed pay from incentive pay. You receive fixed pay to do your job. You receive incentive pay when you're exceptional at doing your job, or when you're exceptional at helping others do their job, or when the company as a whole performs exceptionally. Non-recurring pay is pay that is given once or irregularly. I've given some examples of non-recurring pay here. The main takeaway is that this pay is typically tied to one-off events such as a sign-on bonus for joining a new company. Some cash compensation offered by an employer might be overlooked. It might seem like no one would overlook cash, but this can happen when the cash is related to benefits and the employee doesn't receive the cash directly. 2 examples of this. First, an employer might make cash contributions to the employee's retirement plan. Second, employers often pay some portion of their employees' health insurance premiums. We'll talk more about these examples in later videos. In addition to cash compensation, employers can offer the employee equity compensation. Equity means a share in ownership of the company. Equity compensation typically takes the form of either stock options or stock awards. Stock options give the employee the option, but not the requirement, to buy a set number of company shares at a fixed price after a certain period of time. The fixed price will often be at a discount to the market value of the shares, which means the employee could profit if they exercise the option. Stock awards are gifts of shares to the employee. It's important to understand that equity compensation will probably be subject to certain conditions, such as vesting. We'll talk more about equity compensation in the next video. In addition to understanding the compensation in an offer, you might want to know when you'll get paid. Fixed pay could be deposited weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Incentive pay timing can vary. For example, bonuses might be paid once a year, but sales commissions might be paid quarterly. That's the end of this foundational video, but just a reminder that this video is part of a longer playlist. The playlist is in chronological order, meaning videos at the beginning of the playlist cover things that occur at the beginning of a job search and vice versa. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other videos in the playlist. If you thought this video was confusing, then try going backwards in the playlist to learn more about job search up until this point, or even forwards in the playlist to see how things come together. Thanks.